Welcome to my YouTube channel. I do markets full-time during the summer, and I thought that I would take you along to a market today. I'm actually going to be doing this one by myself, which I'm a little bit nervous for because usually my boyfriend comes with me to these markets. It is about 40 minutes away. It's in Springfield, Tennessee. This one is the First Fridays market. It'll be my first time doing this one. The first month seemed like it was really busy, so I'm excited to see how it turns out, but I always get questions on my other social medias about how I do markets on my own, how I set my tent up, how much time it takes, etc, etc. So I feel like I'll be able to go way more in depth about that today in this video, and we're just gonna try it out. We're gonna see how it goes. I don't know if YouTube is something that I'm gonna like fully lean into, but I definitely thought it was worth a try, and like I said, something that I used to enjoy doing. So without further ado, I am going to hang out home for like 40-ish more minutes. I'm gonna try to finish up a couple more pairs of earrings and make sure I haven't forgotten anything. My car is loaded up, have all my snacks, my cooler, all of the things. Everything that you will see in this video, from my tent to my weights, tables, tablecloths, the displays, everything is in my storefront. Please check there. I have like dedicated lists and things, so it's all very specific and organized for you. Number one tip for outdoor markets is just bring water. This is a 3-hour market, so I'm only bringing 3 water bottles, and then my Stanley has a bunch of ice in it. I also have snacks in here. You can literally never bring enough water, and that is seriously one of my biggest piece of advice. It is 4:20 and I just pulled up to the downtown part of Springfield. The drive wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be honest. I always get nervous setting up at markets for the first time that I haven't been to because I don't really know like the gist of the setup and the people I'm going to be with and the environment. The event does not start until 6 p.m. so I'm thinking like, do I just like sit in my car for 20 or 30 minutes, because I do not need that long to set up. Like, it will probably take me 20-30 minutes to set up, and I don't want to be like trapped in the heat. I put a question box on my Instagram and asked y'all if you had anything that you wanted me to cover in the video, and one of the first questions I got was what advice I have starting off for a small business owner, or what advice I have for a small business owner who is just starting off. And honestly, it's a hard question to answer simply because my business kind of happened on accident, and I've talked about this before, and I would love to go more into depth about this if y'all are interested. But I would say just like have the passion and the love for what you're doing. Never start a business, a small business, with the intention of making money and becoming rich and retiring early, because most of the time you're going to be working more, you're going to be making less, and you're definitely not going to be retiring early. So I think that the most important thing is just to make sure that whatever it is you're doing, you really, really love it. And just, yeah, I think that's the most important thing, is just have fun with it. Don't stress out about it. And if it gets to a point where it's stressful, I recommend like taking a step back and like reevaluating and adjusting things as necessary to make sure that you are having fun, getting in the community, meeting new people. All of the best parts about vendor world are not the things that you like create and sell, but the people that you meet and the customers and the fellow vendors. So just get out there and have a good time. The event only officially started 9 minutes ago, and we're at 85. So I've made my vendor feedback, which very happy. It is hot. It is so hot. I'm like directly in the sun. I'm at 213 and it's 6:42. The current setup, because unfortunately the sun is right there. I do have a cooler and an ice pack that I've been using, but this saves me. They are line dancing to the live band. That is iconic. I'm literally just now getting to the point where I feel like I can breathe and talk to the camera. And unfortunately, I have to be about 2 inches away from it because it is so incredibly loud. It's at 2:79 and it's 7:32, so we're more than halfway through. Not looking like we're gonna reach our goal, unfortunately. It's okay, the crowd is huge. There's so many people here, but just not a lot of customers. It's 8:04 p.m. and we're at 4:34. I would love to get to 500. It's 8:48 p.m. and I'm at 5:43. I think I set too high of a goal for this market. I have never done it before, so I was just basing it off of what I heard from other people, but I'm hearing from people who were selling like edible items or like homeware and stuff, and I think the jewelry is a little bit different. I'm satisfied, I think. Besides the first hour being so incredibly hot, I feel pretty good with where we're at, but wouldn't be mad if I made like $50 more. Time for my girl dinner. What you're thinking? Lux, didn't you wear this yesterday? Yes, I did. I got home last night at I think 10:20-ish, had my little girl dinner, went straight to bed. And then I woke up and I went, what am I gonna wear tomorrow? I looked for the same skirt that I'm wearing. I have it in black, and then I have this same top in brown. Couldn't find it. So I am in fact being an outfit rewearer today. It was washed, so that's at least something. I do have different earrings on today. It is 6:34 a.m. I'm so tired. The first notification that I got today was an extreme heat advisory for this morning. Sure. Let's do that again. Yesterday was so brutal. It was so brutal, and I wish that I was able to film more that first hour. And I've said it like 6 times now, but I thought I was going to like need an ambulance. I was so hot. Today I have the downtown Clarksville's market from 8 to 12. I hope today to make, I feel like 400 is a reasonable goal. I feel like the further into market season that we get, the more the markets kind of like plateau, if that makes sense. They kind of start averaging out instead of being like these super insane markets. I think that that's a reasonable goal for an 8 to 12. For this market. Would love to make my total for last night and today 1,000, and then I think I'm gonna set a goal for 750 or 800 for my market tomorrow, because I do in fact have a 3-day market weekend. Let's do it all again. Because this market is so early, it's not gonna be so blistering hot when I'm setting up, and my boyfriend's also coming to help me set up, which is gonna be very great, but I will be tearing down on my own because he has to go to work. This is the setup for today. It's a little bit simpler because this market is only 4 hours. It's gonna be a little bit hot. So, simplicity. It's 9:13 a.m. and we just hit 451, which means in an hour and 13 minutes I hit my goal pretty much for the day. So now, like I said, anything after this just feels great because it feels like I have accomplished my goal. I feel like I'm gonna change my goal to 600 though. I feel like that's reasonable. It's a beautiful day out. It's supposed to get a lot more hot, but I'm very comfortable for now, especially in comparison to yesterday. 45 a.m. and we're at $614. Major slay. There's vendors all down this road and then this shape and then all down here and also over down there. I feel like I'm melting. I was out of the market and on the way home by 12:19, but I remembered that I needed to stop at Miss Lucille's, my in-person consignment location, and pick up my check for last month and kind of like see what the stock is looking like. So I'm stopping here on the way home. Then I'm gonna grab lunch at Taco Bell because unfortunately I do really enjoy Taco Bell. All reliable. And then I'm gonna go home and relax for the rest of the day before we do it all again tomorrow. We did finish off with, I don't know if I updated in the last video, just over 800. So with the 550, 60, whatever it was from yesterday, we're looking good. My goal for the weekend, I would love to make $2,000 between the 3 markets, but I would be super pumped if we could make 2,500. That's kind of like my Delulu goal. So we'll see. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. And I think I'm gonna go home, eat, and take a fat nap. I have another market tomorrow from 10 to 2. And I have a market in my hometown next weekend. It's 6 hours away and it's a 2-day market. So I need to like restock all of the things that I've been going through really quickly. I'm being organized about it though. Like I use these plastic trays and I fill them with all of the cutters that I want to use or the things that I need to make more of or make new styles of. So this should hopefully make that process a little bit easier, but a lot of this is just a very repetitive work restocking these popular styles, which I'm personally not a fan of repetitiveness of this, but it needs to be done, and I would rather knock it out now than like stress leading up to when we leave for the market, like not having enough stuff. So I'm just going to put on my Salem Witch Trials documentary and see how much that I can get done today and hope that I can get a lot of this made so that the rest of the week I can just work on like sanding, drilling, putting stuff together, and packing for the market. Okay, I needed to show y'all these because I think that they're so adorable. They're literally strawberry jams. That's so cute. The market I have tomorrow is Sunday on strawberries, so these will be actually so perfect for it. I really like how they turned out. There's no pretending that, I know what you're thinking. Lux, it's been a while since I've filmed. Basically, it's been a week since the last footage you saw because I had a market Saturday, went home, was making earrings all night long. All night long I was making earrings, having a blast. I was feeling so creative. And then I put some earrings in the oven and I had a 10-minute timer set. Thank God it was a 10-minute timer. And when the timer went off, I went to get the earrings out of the oven and they were on fire. Yeah, they were like actually on fire. It was on one of my little ceramic tiles. It's probably like 6 inches by 4 inches. So it was small, but I was home by myself because Brayden was at a work event 40 minutes away and I have never used a fire extinguisher before. I felt like a Sim in The Sims 4 whenever they like run around whenever there's a fire and they can't put the fire out because they're panicking. That was me. I had to go into the hallway of our apartment like sobbing and crying, break a like glass, maybe acrylic wall to get the fire extinguisher. Opened the oven, the fire alarms are going off, it's smoky, it's bad. I've opened all of the doors and yeah, I started spraying the fire extinguisher on the fire, and after the fire was out, I couldn't get the extinguisher to stop. So you can imagine my surprise when it just keeps going. And so naturally, our entire apartment was coated in about 2 inches of drop powder, which is incredibly corrosive and hard to clean. So then I call the fire department, call 911 because I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to or not after a small oven fire. I'm on the phone. 911 operator probably thinks that I'm like dying because I'm crying so hard. I was humiliated. I was so embarrassed. In my head, like my life flashed before my eyes, not in the way that like I thought something bad was going to happen to me. I thought that like I have hamsters, all of like my belongings, my entire life, my entire business is in this apartment, and then I'm thinking about every other person that lives in this building. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna ruin everyone's lives. Like it was just like full on panic anxiety attack. It was terrible, like the worst that I have ever felt ever. Whenever the firemen got here, they were like, do you want us to get you an ambulance? I was like rocking back and forth on the sidewalk outside. I was like, no, I'm fine. I just was so embarrassed. And the funniest part of all of this is that it's all caught on my Ring camera. the way I had propped the door open. I'm gonna actually include the footage. Maybe I'll like put it up right here, but you can see me running outside to get the fire extinguisher. You can see me pushing my hamsters into the hallway because I didn't want them to like breathe in the fumes, and I can't imagine that that's good for their tiny lungs. So was pushing them out into the hallway. I have a terrible back. I have terrible back problems, and I swear the adrenaline, like I couldn't even feel anything, and I got them out, and pushing them back inside was a whole other story once I had like calmed down a little bit. But they're both safe, they're fine, their cages have been cleaned out, and they're both doing really well, which I'm so grateful for. The firemen were listen, I'm laughing about it, but like I feel like they were so annoyed by me. Like, you also have to think, it's 9:30 p.m. and they pulled up in, you know, the fire truck and the fire rescue, sirens on, lights flickering. It's 9:30 p.m. I'm like, oh, everyone's gonna hate me. Everyone's gonna hate me. I'm like, banged on my neighbor's door. He didn't answer. I was home. I didn't know what to do. I just didn't want to be alone. Yeah, so come to find out, there's no damage to the oven. Everything is fine. They just said it's going to be a pain in the butt to clean up, but I did the right thing, and that was that. The next day, keep in mind, this happened Saturday night. I had a market Saturday, I had a market Friday night, and then I had a market Sunday morning. So this was 3 markets back to back. This happened right in between when I'm also trying to prep for one of the biggest markets of the year, which I'm leaving for today. It's Thursday. Several days after the fact, but I have to wake up in the morning, walk out into my apartment that is completely covered in this drop powder dust, and have to just pretend like everything is okay and go to a market and try to sell some earrings. And I didn't record anything from the market because I honestly didn't think about it, and I was in such a terrible mood. Like, I feel like I put a lot of negative energy into the universe, and it's come back tenfold in the last couple days. This week has been so bad. And it's like that sometimes. It's important to not like glamorize this like small business hustle life, because when I tell you this has been one of the worst weeks of my life, I just feel like constantly things have been happening, but it's a sign that, you know, I need to slow down and be more careful and more attentive and kinder to myself. I've just been struggling, and the market Sunday was fine. It was so hot. Brayden stayed home to start cleaning, and he did a great job. I came home and it already looked so much better, and we spent the entire rest of Sunday cleaning. Everything in our apartment had to get wiped down. Like, when I tell you, down to like the knickknacks on our bookshelf, every single thing had to be wiped down. It took so long. We were in good spirits about it. We had good attitudes, just had music playing, and it just, yeah, he did not have to help me clean any of that. So I'm so grateful that he did and was so nice about it. He left his work event immediately whenever I called him. I called him before I did anything about the fire, and he didn't pick up right away. So whenever he did pick up, I was like screaming in the background that there's a fire, and he hears the fire alarms going off, and he's thinking I'm like, you know, melting in some flames. So just the dramatics of it all, really. Today, like I said, is Thursday, and I just now finished putting the oven back together, and I'm just scared to use it now, so I haven't, which is really unfortunate because I had so many earrings to make, and I didn't make any. I have quite a lot of stock right now of like everyday styles, but the styles that sell the best for me are kind of like the more fun, silly, gimmicky, like chicken, geese themed ones like that, and I really don't have any. So I'm gonna run some sales tomorrow and Saturday. It's a 2-day market, and hope that gets some of those styles moved too, because I would really love to move a lot of inventory this weekend to make room for hopefully new whenever I get a chance. I went to Target and I bought a toaster oven, which I used to use back in the day when I was in college making earrings, because obviously I didn't have a full-size oven in my dorm. It's just inconvenient because of how small it is, but that's what I feel comfortable like using for now, and I think I'll use that when I'm home alone, and then whenever Braden's home I'll maybe try to use the oven again. I have no idea how it happened. I have an oven thermometer. They were in there for 10 minutes and they had already been baked once. So yeah. Now I know. I got fire blankets and my own mini fire extinguishers, and also learned from the firefighters that if an oven fire ever happens again, and it's like to that scale, to just keep the door shut and the fire will go out on its own, and it'll be like smoky and smell terrible, but it'll go out because whenever air hits it, then that kind of just like ignites it. So yeah, that's all. That's my update. My dog is also nearing the end of her life. Yeah, she's 12 years old. She just turned 12 and she's lived such a long and beautiful life, and the best dog ever, just the best dog ever. But on top of everything that's happened in the last week, I'm like I don't have a lot of room on my plate to balance all of the different like emotions and things that have happened. But I just think it's important to share that not every day is perfect, not every week is perfect. So here's to going upwards and onwards. I was going to stop this vlog after Sunday, thinking that, you know, everything would be normal Saturday night and I would just finish it after my market Sunday, but I'm gonna actually continue the vlog into my markets this weekend and my travels this weekend, and just make it a longer video, and hopefully that's okay, because that's what I have in me. But yeah, that's a little update of why I have no new footage after Saturday, but hopefully the next few days footage will be much more entertaining and hopefully positive. Thanks for watching me yap about this.
Alright guys. Wait, are you actually recording?
Yeah.
I was actually talking to some people yesterday at work about this. I think I have a short torso and long legs, because I always look short when I'm sitting down. Look.
We got to Quincy last night at 2. We got to Quincy last night at 2 a.m. Then we went straight to bed. And went straight to bed. Woke up this morning, oil change, bank, ran some errands. Look at that little kid mowing that lawn. Anyway, ran some errands. It's almost 3 p.m. so we're heading to set up for the market. I have a 15-minute interval to unload, but the market doesn't start until 5. So we can kind of take our time and then maybe go sit in the car in the air conditioning after we're done. But we made it. How much do you think I'm gonna make tonight? Let's make our predictions, and then whoever is closest gets to not pay for dinner.
Whoever's closest gets to not pay for dinner, so they get free dinner.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna make $112 per hour.
Okay, I thought you meant total. It's 5 to 8.
Yeah,
so
3 hours. So I'm gonna say just short of $350.
Okay. I think that with the deal I'm doing tonight, I think that that's gonna help move more inventory and also increase each like purchase. So I think I'm gonna make $420. What I would love to make tonight is like $600, $700.
Wait, what deals?
I'm doing buy 2, get 1 free dangles.
Buy 2, get 1 free?
Yeah. Do you want to change your answer?
What else are you doing?
That's it for today.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Yeah.
Are you, what's your signage looking like to promote this deal?
It's 1 frame.
But you're gonna be telling people, that's the thing.
Yeah.
People are gonna have 2 and you'll be like, oh, just get it.
Or they're gonna have 1 and they'll be like, should I get this one or this one? I'm gonna say, actually, all my earrings are buy 2, get 1 free.
Money, yeah.
So if you get both, you can pick out 1 more.
I'm gonna say $337.
Okay, I think 400 420-ish. That's our guesses for tonight. Okay, I just filmed a time lapse and you're gonna have to check it on Instagram if you want to see it, but this is the final booth. I did like a Z shape because I noticed the last couple years my booth got really cramped when I had it in the U, so I'm hoping that because there's a little bit of space, it encourages people to shop over here. The only thing I'm not happy with is I should have brought lighting because it's a little bit dark in here, because thank God we're not in the sun, but it does make it a little bit darker. And then over here, this gap is kind of bothering me a little bit, so I might change that, but for now, this is it. The market just ended. It was 5 to 8 p.m. and I made $989, which is very far off what both of us guessed, but I'm incredibly satisfied with that. I just hope that tomorrow is as busy, so I'm on track to reach my goal. But no complaints for today. We weren't in the sun, there was no wind, weather was great, I was comfortable. Had some good snacks, saw a lot of our vendor friends. What do you think, Thomas? Listen to ASMR. Come up close.
Why is he smacking?
Damn!
You know how to cut bread?
Not when it's...
Now stop. Now open it up.
You want one?
Hey, looks pretty damn good.
You gotta squeeze it. You gotta squeeze it.
Like this, yep.
Not hard.
Yeah, it is supposed to bounce back.
Looks pretty good, huh? Looks pretty good. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm starting a micro bakery.
I have some starter you can take home.
I'm just kidding.
So is it good? Is the outside like really?
Try it, cameraman. Tell them what you think. With this part, what do you think?
It's just plain sourdough.
Yeah.
I prefer the cheddar jalapeno.
It's good though.
What do you rate it
It's
out of
good.
10?
The texture's really good.
No. I
The
like
crust
it.
is too.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
That's fire. Dang, that's crazy.
That's good.
It's 9:45 a.m. Unfortunately, it rained. It rained this morning and thundered. It's still like sporadically thunderstorming. It stopped raining where I'm at, but the event that I'm going to is 20 minutes from the opposite side of town, so I don't know if that's gonna make a huge difference or not. I hope that it doesn't rain again. It wasn't supposed to rain again until 6 p.m., but we'll see. How much do you think I'm gonna make today?
How much do I think you're gonna make today?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna make 1,400.
1,400? I would love to make 1,500, so we'll see. Okay, y'all, I changed my setup a little bit today because it is probably gonna rain. You can tell from the bottom of my tablecloth. It rained overnight, which happens, but I went to a more compact Z style. People can still shop from the side, which I like. And then we just rolled up the tent wall with bungees so that if it rains, I can just drop it down. But that's it. And there still is a lot of room back here, like probably more so than yesterday. And I can very easily just like squeeze through here, so. It is 4:30 and I'm at 14:53, which I think, if I remember correctly, earlier I said my goal was 1,000 for today, so I've reached that. I'm hoping to reach 1,500. I'd be very satisfied if I did. Anyway, we survived a monsoon storm. People were still shopping, and people still are. Now the weather is fine, so. We're leaving the market now at 6:35. It was over at 6, and I ended my 2-day total with $2,757, which is over the goal that I had in mind for the market. So I'm very happy. We're gonna go get dinner with my family now, and then tomorrow we're gonna go home. Okay, going to eat a pizza ranch. This used to be a grocery store, so that's weird.
Fat chud.
Did you get it?
Smart, he just curved around the little gate. Give me something.
Like what? Use a leaf.
Where'd he go? I think he's on me.
Oh my god, Mom, don't move.
He's right there. He's flying. See him?
Necessary pit stop.
Hoping there would be a bit of a closer spot.
Taco Cracker blind bags. All strawberries. I think I want the deer. The deer or the elephant off of this one. Oh, I got the little fox. I got the lemon. Cute.
Wait, let me see. Which one did I want earlier?
Oh, it's cute.
Oh, the fox is one of the cutest ones.
You think? Oh, it comes with a little hat. Oh my gosh.
Wait, he's an elephant.
I know. Isn't that cute? I almost got the elephant family when I was in there. Look, it comes with a little hat. And its arms are posable. That is freaking adorable.
Put it behind there for me.
Yeah, look at the back of it. There's a little thing. The little leaf on the back of its butt. That's so cute. I'm in my jammies. I just wanted to wrap up the video. I don't think that I had like a clear ending to it. We're just having fun. We're just having a good time and hanging out. And if you're watching to this point, thanks for coming along on that roller coaster of the past 2 weeks of my life. Holy cow. Holy cow. There was so much that happened, good and bad, and I'm happy to be home, get back into a normal schedule and routine. I think that's all. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. I'll leave my social media in the description as well. That's all. That's all that I have to say, and I hope to see y'all again soon, and thanks for watching.